Hi, it's Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends, and we have week 9 in HBCU football coming up. And it's going to be a special weekend because the MEAC is now getting involved with their conference play. The 6 teams are going against one another. The first one that you guys really need to pay attention to is Coach Jack of the Delaware State Hornets are going down to be able to meet and clash with the NCCU Eagles. You know, Coach Trey Oliver is ready for this one, man. I think he's got it warmed up, and it's going to be a great battle. How can the Eagles stop that nationally top-ranked rushing attack from the Hornets? We shall see. And then you have Norfolk State. They're going to be hosting South Carolina State, and Coach Chittisberry, previous MEAC winner from 2024. You know, Coach Berry is just 1-0, baby. That's what we're looking at. He's going to go against Coach Michael Vick, who made some changes to his defensive staff because of the way those guys are at the bottom of the MEAC right now defensively. So will those changes help the Spartans against the Bulldogs? We shall see. Then you have Morgan State taking on Howard. That's going to be a special one as well. That's going to be on ESPN Plus, if I'm not mistaken. So get a chance to watch how Larry Scott and his Bison are able to kind of fend off Damon Wilson and those Bears. Then we turn our attention to the SWAC. Great games in the SWAC. Alcorn State is hosting Mississippi Valley early on. And then you have Pine Bluff. They're going to go over to Daytona to play Bethune-Cookman. And then you have Prairie View is having their homecoming festivities against Lincoln of California. All those games will be on SWAC TV. Then you have a big one. They call it the biggest classic of them all, the Magic City Classic. Alabama State versus Alabama A&M. The first time Eddie Robinson Jr., Andrew Body, and those guys get to be able to see their in-state rivals from Alabama A&M. New head coach Sam Shade hopes to bring some shade on those guys, especially that high-flying offense from Alabama State. But he has a great quarterback of his own, Cornelius Brown. That should be some fireworks down in Birmingham in Legion Field. Then Southern University, who has been going through some upheaval with the departure or the dismissal, I should say, of Coach Graves, Florida A&M, Coach Cozy. Those guys kind of righted the ship last week with a win. They're going to play in Baton Rouge. That's going to be an interesting game on SWAC TV. But later that evening, we're going to have a primetime affair where Grambling State will be taking on Jackson State at the Las Vegas HBCU Classic at Legion Field. That's going to be a special one because the Raiders organization with Mark Davis, Sandra Douglas Morgan, who's the president, first African-American president of a major NFL team. She and Mark Davis were responsible for bringing that classic to Legion Field. So that's going to be a special one. It's going to be produced on HBCU Go. John Kelly, James Hadnot, Laurencio Moulton will be on the call for the HBCU Go guys as well. So those are some of the main games to pay attention to for week 9. How will they fare out? We shall see. Go to hbculegends.net, read our articles. We have some previews that are coming up for this weekend. And you can go to KTMOZE for me on social media or HBCU Legends on social media to be able to follow us throughout the games on Saturday. Kyle T. Mosley, you guys have a great week 9. Be safe out there. Take care.